Okay guys, this new leg lock is going pretty viral. It's called the Tren lock, but in this video I'm not only going to show you how to apply the submission, but mainly how to set it up, chain it together, so stay tuned. Guys, welcome back to the channel. So first disclaimer, yes, the Tren lock, the short Achilles lock. All the hype now, but it's not new, guys. It has been around. It was called the Pato lock. I think it's very similar to the Valencia lock, which you actually have a video on about. We've been covering this years ago. I don't really care how you got here if you're Googling Tren lock, but if you're like a jiu-jitsu nerd like me, you want to know the true name, where it came from, I don't care. I'm here to show you how it's done. So we're going to start off with end game in mind, guys. So we're going to start off with the Tren lock as a submission, and then we're going to go into the positions and entries so it would all make sense a little bit more. I think the best way to start off is just from a basic ashi configuration, yeah? And as we transition to a standing position, I'll show you some entries that make a lot of sense as we chain it together with different leg locks. So from here, the Tren lock by itself, also called the short Achilles, that's why I think it's very good to memorize this, is instead of having the end of the lever on his hip and then his ankle on the far side, yeah, or going with a butterfly ashi or whatever, we're gonna make the lever underneath his knee. In this case, my inside leg is going to reap over all the way underneath his shin. Now, a few details immediately come to mind. So first off, as I reap over, yeah, don't mind the setup for now, as I reap over, and I cannot get my thigh underneath his knee because I lack the flexibility maybe a little bit. I am in control of the distance. So if my hips are on his knee, I am in control to shove my hips back, maybe, and then easily get my calf around his knee. So if you're stuck here, you're lacking the flexibility to get your knee high, yeah, just move away, throw the leg over. Now, a lot of people want to close, lift your knee a little bit, want to close this triangle here, and you will see a gap around Thesis' leg and my leg. That's not good, because he can turn and twist his knee, and it can chain with different submissions, but it's going to be very hard to finish his Tren lock. So what I really want to do is I want to make a V around his knee, with my thigh on one side and my calf on the other side. Really pinch this together, and then close my triangle. You see there's no space in between his leg and mine. My hand is going to punch all the way to my far side pelvic. And there are different grips you can take. You can go with a shotgun grip or whatever. But I think this is really strong to punch my hand all the way to my far side hip and pelvic. And now the pressure will come from me opening this knee towards T's. So about the lower body, that's not so important. So my upper body on his ankle. But it's my knee pushing, pressing into the knee. Yeah. As his foot is stuck on my body, what will happen is this. I will push his leg up. You see the pressure I'll apply with my legs as I hip in and open my knee. It's very important as I do so that I don't slide over his leg and clear that knee line again. Yeah, I can chain back to double outside ashi from there, but to stay in the Tren lock, it's very important that I stay underneath his knee. My legs can figure around, my calf cuts on one side of his knee, my hamstring on the other side. I lock this triangle as tight as I can. We're going to cover the counters in a second, but just for now, as I squeeze this in, and I don't turn my knees towards the mat, but I open them up to put pressure on the leg. My upper body is punching all the way to the pelvis. As I punch through, put a lot of pressure on his ankle, and now push my knee. My second hand can close my hands, but I could also self-frame and push this into the submission there. So now we have the basic mechanics of the submission covered, how to get there. Now it gets really interesting. We're going to do the entries and how to set this beautiful submission up. Before we do so, there's an important counter we have to cover, which means as I am the Tren lock, and my partner can now grab my outside foot and start attacking a yoki lock, especially if I'm not really set up yet. And now his rotational yoki lock will and might beat my straight foot lock here, the Tren lock. So what I really like to do as I enter into the submission is to either really step my foot around his glutes, or better yet, is try to find a way to put it underneath his leg. Punch through to my pelvic, push, self-frame, open. But if he now tries to attack the second leg, yeah, my leg into the yoki, it's hidden underneath his glutes as I open up for the submission. Okay, now let's cover some entries, how we get here. Yeah, a few things we can do to start attacking the leg lock is maybe, if we're standing, this is how Joseph Chen did it at the Polaris, I think, is as we're in ashi, as I try to reap over, yeah, my partner, I'm getting heel exposure, I'm trying to reap and attack from outside the heel hook, my partner throws my legs back to the outside. Yeah, he starts turning his knee that way, and in this case, we're gonna attack the Tren lock from there. So, as I'm in ashi, I start reaping over, my partner switches my leg to the outside, and I'll throw my other leg around. You see how we get here? Same thing applies. I can finish standing from here, as I just lift in, open my knee, or I'll push my partner to the mat and start attacking from here. You see me once again automatically hiding my second foot, squeezing my legs together. So there's no gap, there's no counter yoki. I V-lock all the way around his knee, and I apply the pressure at my far side hip by opening, pushing my knees together, opening my knee for the Tren lock. Okay? Now, some other variations that I really like to do, let's switch parts. And attack the other leg now, is stay standing. So as I enter maybe from shin on shin. Now, we covered the reap as my partner throws the leg over, attacking the Tren lock. Another thing that I really like to do is from this configuration, I'm going to shotgun his shin. As he opens my foot from the single leg X, I'm going to weave it into this far side butterfly hook, yeah, like an X guard. Now, instead of in an X guard where I open and push to the front and back, I'm now going to lift my partner and unload his leg. So you see, his foot is from the mat, yeah? From here, I can apply pressure with the inside of my foot on his far side knee. If he tries to put weight back onto the foot, the weight is all on the laces, the shoelaces of my left foot. From here, I'm going to throw this leg over and start attacking the Tren lock. Now it becomes more important than we're on the floor to really cover with my calf across his knee. If I keep this loose, Ties can start turning his knee away from me. So turn your knee that way, start stepping to the side, and he can smash and pass me here. So it's going to be very important that his knee stays facing towards me, and I put pressure here on both sides. If he's able to turn his knee that way, he will start passing, okay? Now, as we're in this elevated position, I will put the pressure on here. Now turn your knee to the side. It's stuck. Now I can finish from here, or bring him to the mat, finish from there. You see me keeping this leg on the inside. As I open, start applying. So, another entry that I like to do for the setup, we did an advanced reverse Alahiva video a while ago. Thank you guys so much for watching that and all the comments. Be sure to check it out. What I like to do from this reverse Alahiva is I try to shelve my partner on my leg, here. And now as I play with this foot, or he traps the foot, I'm going to throw it over, start attacking this short Achilles, bringing him to the mat. Yeah. If my partner turns away from me, I will put my hook in, scrap right, start attacking the calf slicer, or chasing the back. Sometimes I'm even weaving this one to the far side, so I prevent my partner from turning away. So we covered two lines of the knee. If the knee faces away, we need to keep pressure with that V-line. If the knee faces to the inside, I can chase the back. Another thing I like to do instead of chasing the back, if I'm losing that knee line just a little bit, let's look at this angle, is if we're here, single leg X, I try to go for this Tren lock, and my partner is turning a little bit away, as you see. This is when I might like weave in, start attacking this variation of the Valencia lock, where it's kind of the same mechanics, but just a different finishing mechanics for the Tren lock. So guys, we have the Tren lock, or Pato lock, as a submission. We have how we cover the knee line, how we open up pressure in, the grips, the counter aoki, and some setups from the reap, from shin on shin, single leg X, and obviously from ashigarami. I think that's it for today. For a final one, for the people still watching, yeah, I'm going to show you something that I haven't seen before that much. Maybe once. It's going to be the opposite side. So for everyone wondering, the Tren lock is legal for white belts and for blue belts, anyone. So if you ever have a question, yes, this is legal. But now, instead of throwing my inside leg over to the outside, we're going to do a reverse Tren lock. So I might be in this ashi configuration. Now I'm throwing this outside leg over, so I'm reaping. So I throw my outside leg over, I twist to the inside, go to my far side pelvic, once again cover his knee, and now open up to get the inside Tren lock. Now it's hard to see from that angle, so we're going to switch. So we're in the ashi, yeah? Now instead of throwing my inside leg out, I'm going to throw my outside leg in. I don't really have to close that triangle. As I'm here, I open my hips up, put pressure on his knee, and finish with this inside Tren lock. So the Tren lock is all the rage. I think it's a very strong leg lock. We've seen a lot of success with this on Polaris, on ACC, Owen Jones, Joseph Chan, some really cool guys applying this short Achilles or Tren lock. But I think there's more to it as we evolve in the leg lock game. Check out the reverse Tren lock and let me know what you think in the comments. See you in the next one. Always.